Most tourists think they get targeted because of bad luck. The truth is colder than that. You were selected on purpose before you even reached the corner. Here is the terrifying part. Scammers do not need much time to decide whether you are worth approaching. We are talking roughly 3 seconds of observation. In that tiny window, they are running a mental calculation. They are measuring your distraction level, your familiarity with the environment, and how much money you appear to have on you. Those 3 ingredients combine into one simple answer for them: easy or not easy. Your entire job as a traveler is to flip that answer. Now, before we get started, make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it helps the channel improve and provide more useful travel tips and tricks. So let us start with behavior number 1. And this one is going to sting a little because it is literally one of your best qualities being weaponized against you: being way too nice and polite. Think about how you were raised. Say thank you. Do not be rude. Do not make a scene. Do not embarrass yourself in public. Every single one of those social instincts becomes a scammer's biggest opportunity. They know that a polite person will hesitate before saying no firmly. They know you will stand there listening to their game instead of just walking away. They know that if they put something in your hands, start a service without asking, or create a social obligation, you will feel too awkward to reject it. The solution feels uncomfortable but is incredibly simple. You say no thank you, you keep walking, and critically, you do not stop your feet and you do not offer an explanation. The moment you explain yourself, you have given them leverage to pull you deeper into the interaction. If someone touches you without permission, say no loudly and step back immediately. Your politeness is a feature, not a bug, but you need to know when to switch it off. Behavior number 2 is broadcasting that you're a tourist through what you wear and how you carry yourself. Walking around with a massive camera dangling from your neck, looking constantly confused, stopping to stare at your phone in the middle of a busy sidewalk, wearing branded merchandise from your home country. These things combine to send one very loud signal. I do not know how anything works here, and I probably have money. Scammers are watching from a distance and sizing you up. The person who walks with purpose, dresses in neutral clothing, and appears to know where they are going gets skipped over. The person who looks lost and overwhelmed gets approached. Before you land anywhere, spend 30 minutes researching what locals wear, what fair prices look like, and how basic transportation works. That preparation is worth more than any travel gadget you could pack. Now here is behavior number 3, and this one catches even experienced travelers off guard. Trusting authority figures too quickly. Uniforms create an automatic psychological compliance response in most people. Someone in what looks like a police uniform tells you to hand over your passport or wallet for inspection, and your brain says cooperate. But real law enforcement rarely approaches tourists randomly on the street demanding documents. If someone in a uniform asks to see your identification, you are fully within your rights to say you are happy to go to the nearest police station to sort it out. Hold your ID up to show them, but do not physically hand it over to anyone on the street. At tourist sites and temples, ignore anyone offering unsolicited guidance to restricted areas, because once they have you isolated, the power dynamic shifts entirely in their favor. In medical situations abroad, always ask for a cost estimate up front and handle payment at an official reception desk, not in a private room where nobody can see what is happening. Quick tip: if you're traveling soon, check out the Tikets link in the description. It's one of the easiest ways to book tours, attractions, and skip the line tickets before your trip. It can save you time and help you make the most of your travel experience. Behavior number 4 is something every traveler does multiple times per day and rarely thinks twice about: getting distracted by your phone or camera in crowded areas. The moment you pull out your device to capture that perfect shot at a famous landmark, you are completely absorbed and your spatial awareness drops to nearly zero. This is the exact window that scammers exploit. There is a classic move where someone approaches and offers to take your photo so you and your travel companion can both be in the frame. Generous, right? Until they walk backward a few extra steps, and then keep walking right into the crowd and disappear with your phone. An even craftier version involves someone handing you their supposedly broken camera, and while you stand there confused, trying to figure out why the shutter will not trigger, an accomplice lifts whatever you set down on the ground. Use a wrist strap on your devices, do a quick scan of the people immediately around you before taking anything out of your pocket, and be particularly alert whenever a stranger approaches you offering camera help, specifically near crowded tourist spots. Behavior number 5 is something that feels so unnatural you probably never even think of it as a vulnerability. Trusting that financial transactions are straightforward and honest. When you sit down at a restaurant, you assume the menu is accurate and the same one that generates your bill. When you exchange currency, you assume the rate on the sign is the rate you actually receive. When you complete a purchase, you assume the receipt reflects what you agreed to pay. Scammers are counting entirely on that assumption. One of the most effective restaurant tricks involves keeping 2 separate menus, one with lower prices for ordering, and a different one with inflated prices that appears at payment time. Take a photo of your menu when you order, or keep it with you throughout your meal. At currency exchange counters, verify the rate before handing over your cash, and double-check it again after the transaction. Count your change every single time. This sounds tedious, but it takes 10 seconds and can save you from a surprisingly expensive mistake. Behavior number 6 is traveling solo or projecting visible vulnerability. Solo travelers make statistically easier targets because they are outnumbered, harder to defend psychologically, and easier to intimidate. When you are alone inside a shop, a market stall, or any enclosed space with multiple people who work there, the social pressure can become genuinely overwhelming. You feel trapped. You feel like making a scene will only make things worse. That pressure is intentional and manufactured. If a stranger invites you into a private space to look at goods or continue a conversation, recognize that you are being moved into a controlled environment where their advantages multiply dramatically. Use rideshare apps whenever possible rather than flagging down random taxis, because app-based rides are tracked and recorded. Share your live location with someone you trust when you do get into any vehicle arranged off the street. And this is crucial. If you ever genuinely feel cornered or unsafe, make noise immediately. Draw attention loudly and without hesitation. Scammers operate on the assumption of silence. The moment you shatter that assumption, they typically retreat fast. Here is what ties all 6 of these behaviors together. Scammers are not randomly picking victims. They are pattern matching. They are looking for specific, predictable signals that indicate an easy transaction. The wonderful news is that every single one of these signals is completely within your control to change. You can walk differently. You can respond differently. You can prepare differently. And you can trust your instincts differently. Your gut is a genuinely powerful protection tool that most travelers completely ignore because they do not want to seem rude or paranoid. But there is an enormous difference between being suspicious of everyone and being strategically aware. The goal is never to become fearful of travel. Travel is one of the most transformative, joyful things you can do with your time on this earth. The goal is simply to move through the world with your eyes open, because the more you understand how predatory systems work, the less power those systems have over you. Stay sharp out there and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video.